The Democrats have been totally obstructionist. Chuck Schumer has turned out to be a bad leader. He's a bad leader for the country. And the Democrats are extremely obstructionist. All they do is obstruct. All they do is delay.
That was President Trump explaining how Democrats have done their best to slow down his agenda by refusing to work with him during his first 100 days in office. And yesterday, the president took it a step further by tweeting, quote, "The Democrats, without a leader, have become the party of obstruction. They are only interested in themselves and not in what's best for the U.S." And don't expect Democrats, by the way, to change their ways anytime soon. Yes, the unhinged left continues. Take a look.
I see everything as an opportunity, and I've never seen so much willingness to help win. And winning means winning for the American people, that either we win or whoever wins understands the priorities of the American people, and they are not with President Bush. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, President Bush. I never thought I'd pray for the day that you were president again.
He is not governing from the middle. He's governing from the hard right. That's why his regime has had hardly any major successes, with the exception of Gorsuch. If he changes, we could work together. Okay, but he can't just dictate what he wants, not talk to us and say you must support it. Country doesn't work my way or the highway.
All right, joining me now with reaction, Fox News contributor, editor-in-chief of LifeZet.com, and a nationally syndicated radio talk show's Laura Ingraham is with us. Your reaction, Laura?
Well, Schumer said pretty much the same thing about Bush, as did Pelosi. This is the same old hit list that they keep playing over and over again. But none of us are surprised. Sean, you're not surprised. You and I talked about this in December. Ted Cruz was warning everyone late last year that the Democrats would do everything in their power through mass protest and probably a little help from the former president and Valerie Jarrett, all those folks, to resist. I mean, resist is their slogan, the resistance. That's what they call themselves. And the Democrats in Congress have become more radical and more, I think, devoted to the policies of radicalism since they lost the election. And they're still not understanding why people turned out to vote for President Trump. They voted for him because the Democrats had become the party of the wealthy. The Democrats had become the party of the status quo and stagnant growth and no real discernible increases in wages. So a lot of those crossover voters, Sean, turned out to vote for Trump because he actually connected better with Middle America. And Middle America is not celebrating the May Day protest today that the Democrats are celebrating.
All right, you've always been particularly insightful, especially when it comes to, you wrote a book years ago, Shut Up and Sing or something. Yeah. I think that was it. And you've been particularly insightful about sort of like the psychology of the left. Let me play a montage of Democratic lawmakers attacking Trump and some of the insanity of this May Day madness protesting around the country. And maybe you can enlighten us what's going on in the minds of some of these people.
This executive order was mean-spirited and un-American.
Republican leaders and President Trump don't give a about the people they were trying to hurt.
I will fight every day until he is impeached. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. This is a bunch of scumbags. That's what they are.
Those are very strong words,
organized around making money.
We've seen nothing that we can work, that I can work with President Bush on. And I'm trying really hard to find something positive. This morning he had 3 tweets. I was thinking he was more of a creature that stalked the night, that these things just came out at night like a vampire. And they tweeted these things, but now it's spread to the morning.
We want to make sure that there's not corporations out there supporting the Trump agenda.
we're here marching and being loud and visible, because we're not going to go back in the shadows. We're actually going to fight, because this is the country we love and we want to make it better.
It just seems like a constitutional right to me that children deserve to have their parents raise them.
We're here in front of a gate that will block buses that deport people from this here sanctuary city of San Francisco.
All right, Laura, I'm counting on your intuitive insight and analysis of all of that. Help us out.
All right, Sean, first of all, that montage is funnier than anything that was said by the comedian at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. No, I didn't go. Of course I didn't.
That's such a good point. That's so
oh my God,
true.
that's
That was
funny.
so
now
awful.
see, if we actually had late-night television hosts who were just in the slightest bit fair, they would be able to cobble together at least an hour of good humor just from that montage. But let's start with Maxine Waters, and I hate to do that to the Fox viewers, but Maxine Waters is among the most unhinged, illogical, nonsensical, venal politicians in the United States today. She is venal. I don't think she has a good grip on reality. Yet, I guess California is proud of her. I guess that kind of phrasing. Imagine if she had said that about a woman, or a Republican had said that about a woman who was president of the United States. It's so far beyond the pale. And again, when you watch that montage, you listen to the illegal immigrants who are demanding that the country change for them, not that they change for the country, but they're demanding that they get all of these benefits and all of these rights, and that the rule of law is bent to their will. That's rich. So most of the people who voted for Trump and the Democrats who crossed over for Trump, do we really think that they see those kinds of sound bites and that montage and think, huh, I want to be with those people because they have a better America in mind? I just don't. I think that turns off people. It completely turns them off.
It's interesting you say this.
It's insanity.
I was just saying this to Newt earlier. These are really serious times when 50 million of our fellow citizens in poverty on food stamps and 95 million Americans out of the labor force, lowest home ownership rate in 51 years. It's not funny. Their policies created this, and they just want to stop any they offer no solutions to make anybody's life better.
No,
and
they think
you're
that
right or wrong. Bernie Sanders offers solutions, at least, seems to relate to those people.
Yeah, I think that they're hoping that by 2018, they'll have dinged up Trump enough, scarred him, bruised him enough, that they'll be able to rouse their voters out to the polls again. Because, see, look at what we did to the big bad Trump. Look at what we did. You know, we politically speaking, we burned him in effigy. That's what they want to be able to go to the voters. But I just don't think that's enough. I really don't. I still think ideas matter. Maybe I'm idealistic. I still think a track record matters, which is why you're right when you talk to Newt Gingrich about this. Donald Trump does need to get really big legislative victories that help us get this economy going. This is all about the economy, Sean.
I agree. And by the way, if he wants to be reelected, just keep his promises. All the noise will go away, and things will turn for the better. All right, Laura, always good to see you. Thank you. Great.